The snow was falling so thick it felt like the world was being wiped clean. I gripped the steering wheel with both hands, fingers stiff, knuckles pale. The narrow road leading to the mountain cabin had disappeared under endless white, and the wind rocked my battered pickup like it weighed nothing at all. Honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be out here. This trip wasn't planned, it was a favor. My best friend Lucas had called me from his university dorm, his voice tight with worry. "Man, please," he said. "My mom's stuck at a winter retreat up there. She hates driving in snow. Can you just go get her? I owe you big time." So there I was, miles from town, heart pounding, praying the tires would keep their grip instead of sliding us straight into nothingness. When I finally reached the lodge, she stood beneath the porch light, bundled in a thick parka, waving both mittened hands like someone spotting rescue at sea. "Oh, thank goodness," she breathed as she climbed inside, brushing snow from her sleeves. "It's okay," I said, trying to sound confident. "We'll be home before you know it." That turned out to be completely wrong. Less than 20 minutes later, the truck lurched, coughed, and died. The storm roared outside like it was mocking us. "You've got to be kidding me," I muttered. "What's wrong?" she asked quietly. I turned the key again. Nothing. The cold flooded the cab instantly, sharp and biting, like a freezer door had been yanked open. "The engine's done, and there's no signal out here." She stared out at the snow swallowing the road, then looked back at me with a calm that only a mom seems capable of. "Well," she said gently, "we'll have to keep each other warm." That was the moment everything shifted. We climbed into the back seats where there was more room to huddle, layering coats and blankets around us. It wasn't awkward, it wasn't romantic, it was just two people trying to survive the cold inside a frozen metal box. After a while, her voice broke the silence. "You know," she said softly, watching ice form on the window, "I always tell Lucas how lucky he is to have a friend like you." I laughed under my breath. "He's the one who dragged me into this mess." "That's exactly what I mean. You always show up." The truck shook as another gust slammed into us. The cold crept closer, and without thinking, she leaned in. I pulled the blanket tighter around her shoulders, and that's when I noticed her hands shaking. "Hey, are you okay?" I asked. "I'm fine," but her lips were losing color. I started rubbing her hands to warm them. She didn't pull away. Instead, she closed her eyes for a moment and exhaled slowly. "You remind me of someone," she said. "Who?" "My husband." I went still, not uncomfortable, just struck by the tenderness in her voice. "He always thought of others first," she continued. "He passed away 2 winters ago." Outside, the wind screamed. Inside, everything felt painfully quiet. "I'm really sorry," I said. She nodded, swallowing hard. "Winters are the hardest. They bring that night back every time." Her voice cracked, and suddenly the cold wasn't the only thing tightening my chest. Without thinking, I placed a hand on her shoulder. "You don't have to talk about it." "I want to," she whispered. And she did. For the next hour, she shared memories, little traditions, corny jokes, off-key songs he used to sing while shoveling snow. She laughed, she cried. I listened. I tried to be the warmth she needed, not just physically, but emotionally. And somewhere between her stories and the storm outside, something hit me hard. Sometimes keeping someone warm isn't about blankets, it's about being there. After another long stretch, her shivering worsened even under the layers. "Hey, stay with me," I said, rubbing her arms. "You're really cold." She leaned against my chest and I held her, like a son would, like a friend would, like any human should when another human is hurting. Her breathing slowed. "Thank you," she whispered. "You don't know how much this means." "I'd do the same for you," I replied. She smiled faintly. "Not many people your age would sit in a frozen truck all night just to make a lonely mom feel heard." I didn't answer. I just stayed. Then headlights cut through the white, a slow, sweeping glow. "A snowplow," I shouted, banging on the window. Moments later, a heavy knock came from outside. "You folks all right in there?" the operator yelled over the wind.
I helped her out, keeping an arm around her as her legs wobbled from the cold. Inside the warm cab, she broke down, relief, exhaustion, gratitude all spilling out at once. Soon we were taken to a roadside rescue station, wrapped in heated blankets, hands clasped around steaming cups of cocoa. She held my hand the whole time, not out of fear, but trust. The next morning, after the storm cleared, Lucas arrived, panic melting into relief the moment he saw her. "Mom, are you okay?" he asked. "Did he take care of you?" She smiled at me, then at her son. "He didn't just take care of me, he saved me." Lucas hugged me tight. I knew I called the right person. Before we left, she pulled me aside. People think storms are only cruel, but sometimes they bring people together in ways nothing else can. I nodded. "Thank you for trusting me," I said. She squeezed my hand. "No, thank you for reminding me there's still kindness in this world." As we stepped outside, sunlight broke through the clouds, reflecting off the snow so brightly it almost hurt to look at, and I realized something important. It wasn't the storm that defined that night. It was compassion. A storm stranded us, kindness saved us, and humanity warmed us more than any blanket ever could. If this story touched you, please like and subscribe for more real, emotional stories like this. It truly helps the channel grow. Comment below and tell us, where are you watching from, and what did this story make you feel? And don't forget to share this video with someone who believes kindness still matters. Once again, like, subscribe, and comment. Your support means everything.